Hi there, this is Irina Buse. I'm your wellness coach and I support women to be the best version of themselves, to be strong, to be able to go through tough times, and to live without regrets. In this first video, I was actually thinking to talk to you a little bit about how to get ready to take the lead. And and you're thinking, yes, but I'm doing this every day, and it's true. But at some point in our lives, there comes that moment when we think that everything that it's been, it's not reflective of ourselves anymore in some respects. It could be even a crisis, it could be just a reflection, it could be just a nexus point. And then, yes, we are determined to make changes and to make everything better. But then how? I think just like everything else in life, like everything else that we do in our jobs, this is a very important step, actually more important, because it involves ourselves and our inner landscape. And it involves very thoughtful preparation. Now, to me, there are a few things that if we have very well structured in our minds, the process gets a lot better, a lot easier to comprehend and to action. Now, let's see, if I am to split this preparation in 5 steps, I would first make sure that whatever situation is that we are dealing with and we mean to change, to adjust, we have to have a very clear understanding of what it is, in the sense that we do not make it worse and we do not make it better. We do not make it worse. We many times tend to give into those feelings that we feel so low, we feel overwhelmed, we do not feel good in the situation. That's exactly the reason why we want to change it, right? But we are not, in the best position to make the first step if we think that the problem is bigger than it actually is. Then also, being on the other extreme is not better either, because if you deny the magnitude of what you're in, you are not going to be able to proceed to the good steps that you actually need to get where you want to be. So then, yeah, it's very tricky, because how do I see it as it is? Because it's just me, it is my perspective, and as much as I want to be objective, I have to think and to feel through everything I have and all my experiences. The better way to actually get into this is to just name facts. Do not attach any type of emotion to that. Just make a list of facts. Make a list of facts and think of what are they compared to everything else around you. Did anybody go through that before? Did they survive? I mean, is it life-threatening or not? And how many of those that actually went through this got out okay? And in the end, it's just a list of facts. Try and be objective about this. You cannot make it too big, because the first thing that's going to happen to you, yes, you're going to feel better because you know what, I let it all out. It's my duty to myself to actually express how I feel about this and everything else. But the big danger is that you can make it that big that you feel discouraged and you feel like it's too much for you to even do anything about it. And again, on the other hand, if you think it is not big enough, you are not going to feel energized enough to even put in the efforts to fix it in any way. So that would be the first step. See it as it is. The second step, I would think, is more of an inner understanding of those facts that you listed in step 1. It's more digesting, if you want, to the situation in your own terms. Accept the truth and deal with it. But this is not in a mean way. It's like, deal with it. No, it is not like that. It is more in the sense that you need to give yourself the time for the facts to sink in. You need to understand for yourself what they mean to you. You need to allow yourself the time to comprehend the situation with all your senses. And then you are able to deal with it. You cannot deny it. You cannot let yourself, be overwhelmed by it. by it, but you have to know the truth, accept the truth, and understand that now whatever it is that you're dealing with, you're ready to move on. I'll give you an example. It happens very often, unfortunately, that people lose their jobs, and it could be because the whole industry is not big enough anymore. We are shifting. The world is moving at a pace that's way faster than anything that it's been before. Like whole industries just go bankrupt overnight, and you have to find something else. Well, you might think, you know what, I can't. Like everybody in my family has been doing this for so many generations. That's everything I know how to do. I cannot do anything else. It's just what it is. And that's when you are in denial. You cannot be stuck in that point. Basically, admit what it is. That industry does not exist, regardless of how many people in my family have been in that business so far. Now it is me to actually change that and look at something else. That is dealing with it. Because the longer you wait, the longer the crisis is going to be. You prolong your pain. And then yes, not only that it's uncomfortable, it could be really uncomfortable to be in that situation, but you are anyways. Then if you want to get out of it, you have to accept and move on. Second step again is see the real truth and deal with it. Step number 3, now you're ready to move on, but where? Where do you want to go? You really need a big vision of where you want to go. Build it in your mind. Be very sure that it's exactly what you want to be, or where you want to go, what you want to do. And that vision is not as much a mental exercise, although it starts with that, and you have to build all the components of that situation, the ideal outcome. But it is something that you can feel with all your senses. You have this big board in your head that, you know, is the big picture of everything. You put all the details inside and you feel it. You can even smell it. You can touch it. You know who's with you in that picture. You know, like, you live it. You transpose yourself into that vision. It's full of energy. That's where you want to go. That is your big vision. That's going to also help you get strong about your vision. You feel the motivation. That big picture, once you have all your senses engaged in it, you are able to move towards it. So that is step number 3. Get a vision of what you want and get strong about it. Step number 4 is always overlooked, I would think, although on a regular basis we look for people we admire and people who inspire us. But this one is really linked to your plan. You want to find people who have been there before and succeeded. You want inspiration. You want somebody who can really set an example for you, can really open the possibilities for you. You can tell yourself that, look, I am more like that person. If they could do it, I can do it too. And you need to really feel connected. You need to find a story that resonates with you. You need to find yourself into that story. That's going to keep you going. You need to know that it's possible. And you owe it to yourself. You need to nourish your vision. It is not only, picturing where you want to go, it's how to go there. You need to basically fill gas every time you want to go be on the road, right? How do you do that? You need to feel that you can do it. Find somebody who inspires you and feed your energy, your motivation, so that you can move towards your picture, the big picture, the vision that you have about your future. So that would be step number 4, get inspiration and make sure that you have enough on the way. And step number 5 refers more to an inner dimension that we have. We want to receive, and every time we want to make changes, it's obviously because something is missing. there is something inside of us that does not feel enough satisfaction. We are missing something in one area of our lives. We want to change that. We want to receive more. But see, it's like a flow. I want to receive more, but to be able to receive, I need to first let go and then give myself. And then you're thinking, oh, I'm all confused. If I don't have, how am I going to give? It is not the same type of giving. It's just feel that you're giving, that you're authentic. Think that, you're not stopping the flow. If you want this, just be as generous or even more with others in the way that you can. Everybody has more than they need of something, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be practical goods. Whatever you have that others do not, if you have more than you need, just give. This is the way to make room for what you need. This is the way to keep the flow going. This is how you make sure that you are in the flow, actually, that you are there where what you need is coming. So situate yourself in the best position that way too, and feel it inside. It's not, see, I know somebody who likes to donate a lot, but she would not donate unless her name is known. Yes, I'm going to give you this, but know that it's me who gave it to you. This is not giving. This is trading. I'm giving in this, so you're giving me recognition. It's not giving. So what's really important here is, like, you feel like you're giving, you feel generous, you feel like you're in the flow, you feel good about it. So then that type of energy is going to make you ready to receive what you need. So again, this is step number 5. Give more than you expect to receive. Very quickly, a recap. We have 5 steps to get you ready to get in the lead. Step number 1 is know the facts. Know exactly what it is. Don't make it worse. Don't make it better than it is. Know the facts. Be as objective as you can. Step number 2 is know the truth, accept it, and deal with it in an inner way. Step number 3 is get a vision, understand where you want to go, what you want, and get strong about your vision. And step number 4 is get inspiration, make sure that you have enough fuel on the way to your vision. And step number 5, put yourself in the best position so that you are able to receive. Give to others and make yourself ready to receive. So I hope you are ready to proceed. 5 steps, it's simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's for sure something that if you do, you maximize your chances to actually succeed and get what you want. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.